Use substitution to figure out what the limit is as x approaches -4. If you plug in -4 to this, you'll end up with -4 squared minus -4 minus 20 on top, divided by -4 plus 4. So on the top, you'll see that it's 16 plus 4 minus 20 over 0. That's already a bit of a problem now, isn't it? But this becomes interesting too, because you actually have 0 over 0. And we'll see how to deal with that in 1 second. Hey, it's been 1 second. Welcome back. 0 over 0 is actually something called the indeterminate form. And that's because you can't determine what the limit is when you have 0 over 0. Good news, though, there's a way around it. Especially when you have a rational function. One of the key ways to figure this out is to factor both the top and the bottom. Then hopefully you can cancel out some terms, which will mean that you won't have a 0 in the denominator, and then you could substitute back in and find the actual limit. So with our example from the brain starter, you can actually factor the numerator. The numerator would go to x minus 5 times x plus 4. And remember, the denominator is x plus 4. Well, since we have an x plus 4 and an x plus 4, we can simply cancel these out. And then, really what we're looking at now is the limit as x approaches -4 of x minus 5. For this, we can just substitute like we were doing the day before. You get -4 minus 5, or the limit is -9. For the problem on the right, let's try substitution again. So with this, we'd have 1 squared minus 1 all over 1 minus 1. This just equals 1 minus 1 over 1 minus 1, or 0 over 0. So, since it's the indeterminate form, we have to use factoring. When we factor the numerator, it's a difference of perfect squares, and it becomes x minus 1 times x plus 1. And that's all over x minus 1. So clearly, we can just cancel out the x minus 1's. And really what we're looking for is the limit as x approaches 1 of x plus 1. So with that, we substitute, we get 1 plus 1. I think it's pretty clear that the limit here is 2. So, if you substitute and you get 0 over 0, you should then try to factor whatever you can and cancel out enough things so that you won't get a 0 in the denominator the next time you substitute back in.